instruct you on how to do the partial quotient method for doing long division. Okay, and so the partial quotient method, it's the strategy that's taught in the everyday math. It's a little bit different than what I remember as a kid, but I like the way this is taught, and it's also taught in 5th grade, so it's something that the 4th graders have to know, and I figured it would be good for the parents to know what's going on, to make themselves familiar with how they're learning it. So we're going to do problem number 4 on your division homework. So this is kind of a present for all of you 4th graders. The problem is written as 427 divided by 8. Okay, this is not how the normal way that we write the division problem when we're solving it. So what you would do is, I would like you to do this in your on your graph paper. You write it as 427, put the division symbol above, and then divided by 8. So that's 427 divided by 8 to get stuff that's out of the way. Now the first thing I like to do is tell a story if there's not a story, and that helps give you an idea of kind of maybe in your head what you're working with. So just for fun, I'm going to say that I want to catch 427 waves on my surf trip, and I have 8 days to do it. So how many waves am I going to need to catch every day if I want to catch 427 waves in 8 days? Now, I also have the kids, or when I'm demonstrating how to do this problem, I like to draw a picture in order to pictorially represent the problem. So, what I would do is use 8 circles, 8 circles to represent days. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Each circle represents 1 day. And now what we're going to do is we're going to divide 427, all those waves, into those different days, okay, to figure out how many we need per day. And we do that in a very systematic way. First of all, what we're going to do is draw a line, okay, and we're going to do some work over here, and we're going to do our answers over here, right? Now, when we're seeing how many 8s go into 427, I like to use multiples of 3 numbers. A multiple of 100, a multiple of 10, or a multiple of 1. And we always start with hundreds because that's the biggest. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to multiply 8 by 100. I'm just going to do it off to the side because right now I'm just testing what can go into 427. And when I do 8 times 100, obviously I get 800, and I can see that that's too big. So I'm not going to use hundreds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use multiples of 10. How many multiples of 10 go into 427 times 8? So here we go, 8 times 10 is only 80. Okay, 10 eighths is 80. And I can see that I need a lot more 10s, okay, in order to get close to 427. So now I'm just going to jump a little bit. I'm going to say, let's try 8 times 40. 8 times 40 is 320. Now that's that's closer, but I think I can go a little bit more. So now I'm going to do 8 times 50. That gives me 400. And I'm pretty close to 427. I don't think I can go over more, but I'd like to go one more just in case. Okay, so we'll double check. 8 times 60 is 480. Okay, and I can see that now I've gone over 427, so I'm going to go back to 8 times 50. Now whatever you're multiplying 8 by, you write to the right of the line. Okay, 8 times 50. And then I write the answer, 400, underneath what I'm dividing. Okay, this is just like we did like I did when I was a kid. Now, what I've done here is how I like to begin teaching division. As kids get more comfortable, they can develop more number sense, they're going to know that 8 times 10 is way less than 427. So as they get more number sense, they can jump. They don't have to do this every time. Okay? And that, as a matter of fact, I encourage them not to, as long as they get an answer that's close. So now what I've done is I put 50 waves into every day. So I'm going to put those waves into my days. So here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 160, 170, 80, 90, 200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 310, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400. Okay, and so what I've done is I've divided 400 waves into 8 days, giving me 400 waves that I've divided. Now how many do I have left to divide? I have 27, because 427 minus 400 is 27. Now I know 10s are going to be way too big to go into 27, because 8 times 10 is 80. So now this is where I use 1s. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And I'm pretty sure I can get more than that. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay? And that's getting me pretty darn close to 27. Just double check. 8 times 4 is 32. And that's more than 27. So I'm going to use 8 times 3. And again, as kids develop more number sets, they don't have to do every one of those. But I like them to practice their multiples anyway, and it's a good skill builder just to start this way. So we're going to use 8 times 3. So I'm put what I'm multiplying by 8 over here. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay? And now what I'm doing is I'm putting 3 waves into every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And that's my answer, 24. That's what I found that would go to 27. But I have 3 waves left. Okay, out of that 427, I have 3 waves left over. And I probably don't want to forget about that. So what I like to say, probably what will happen is we'll do is on the last day, we have to do 3 extra waves. Okay? And so what my answer winds up being is 53. Okay, because 50 plus 3 is 53. Put that on top with a remainder of 3. And again, that means that I have to serve 53 waves every day with 3 extra on the last day to give me 427 waves. Thank you very much. I hope this sheds some light on partial quotient method. Thank you.